Hey guys, welcome to a moment with Michael. A moment that shape us with incredible guests. We talk about real stuff like faith, personal growth, purpose, and let's shape who we are becoming. And today, our guest is a friend of mine who inspires me so much and I admire so much.
Hello, everyone. My name is Kenya Eric, and Michael is my very good friend. And I'm a software engineer by profession and a saxophonist also. So I'm delighted to have you today. So we could continue, Michael.
Thank you so much, Sir Eric, for giving us this time. Okay, so I want to ask, you've come this far, and I want to ask, what principles do you practice that brought you this far?
Okay, that's a tricky question because I'm sure none of you know me. So I don't think I've come really far because
They are knowing you right now.
you don't know me before now. So I'll say, okay, what principle? I'll see it in the light of what principle I've practiced that brought me relatively far from where I was before. And for me, it's knowing that my life can be better than whatever it is now. So even at this point, I feel like personally knowing that my life can be better and doing what every other person is not ready to do, putting in the hard work that other people are not really ready to do, like going the extra mile to understand that okay, my life can be better, and yes, I can put in the hard work to make it better. I think those are the principles that have guided my life all around, and for me, it works even if it's my spiritual life, even if it's my academic life, my financial life, my social life. It can be better than what it is, and I can go the extra mile to get it.
So always getting better. There's always
Exactly.
more.
Yes, there's always more. Exactly.
There's always more. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. So speaking of growth, I tend to understand that most people, after attaining a particular stature, their spiritual life tend to decline, or mostly their personal relationship with God tend to decline.
Yeah.
Why?
I think it's more about perspective, right? So if you see God as someone that you make requests to, like let's say for example, you were going through tough times in your life and you were told that oh, come to God, come to church, everything will disappear. And particularly you see that there are certain aspects of their life that decline, right? Maybe going to church more regularly and praying. So basically they felt or they understood that if they're having a hard time, they would
Go to
pray
God, yeah.
and they'll go to God, right? They'll pray and then they'll go to God. And then, so what now happens if when you no longer have a hard time, you subconsciously start feeling like you don't need God. So it's their understanding and their perspective of what the role God is. So to some people, God is a tool to blessings, right?
Yes,
So if I
yes.
need blessings, I use God to get
Get
it.
it. And after
But
that,
and after that, I don't need it again. Exactly. So it's that mindset that leads to. So I think people need to be re-educated the role that God plays in their life because God is part of you. God is not a tool. It's not your phone that you use and keep. So it's always something that is part of you. That will
yes.
always be part of you. So you learn to communicate with Him, and like it's an ongoing process that continues over and over
Forever.
again. Exactly. Yeah.
So God isn't our errand boy we used to get something.
Yeah.
He's a master.
He's part of us.
He's
Like
part of
it's
us.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly. So
one.
you can't exist without God. So that means like there's no point where you could say, "Oh, I'm no longer communicating with God because I have what I wanted." So it's God is not a tool to get what you want.
And I got
And
the point. He said you can't exist without God. But
yes,
funny thing, God can exist without us.
exactly, exactly.
Okay. That's nice, that's nice. Listen to the next question, sir, Eric. Do you believe service is still important? Means our generation, the Gen Zs, they don't like the idea of service. So what's your take on this?
That's my take on this. Yeah, service is something that no one likes service because when you're serving, right, you're more like you're bounded by rules. You're accountable to someone. Everyone has the Gen Z is like recently people have an idea of freedom. They want to
Yes.
be free. They want to be
Yeah,
able to
yeah,
do.
yeah.
But then when I was growing up, there's an idea I got. I understood that freedom is slavery. Like
Mm.
like most times, like this is why I say freedom is slavery. Like if you're not prepared to for the freedom you have, then you become a slave to yourself. So let's say a young person that has not been trained, doesn't know anything about life, just jump into the life and they start becoming slaves to what they want. If you keep doing what you want for yourself and not think about what's good and right, then one day you end up in hell on earth here.
Mm.
You end up living a life that's like hell, yes. So service generally, what I think service does, it builds you.
Yes.
So when you serve, when you know that you're accountable to someone and you're accountable to a set of people, like it creates this you learn discipline
Yes,
and you build
yes.
yourself. So when it's time for so if you serve, when it's time for you to lead, you have you've learned from people that were ahead of you.
Yeah,
You've
yeah.
learned. So that's what service does. You serve under someone, you've learned from them, and then you also learned how to be accountable. So
Mm-hmm.
when it's time for you to lead, you lead right. So service is something everyone needs to like go through. Like you need to know how to serve so you could be a better
Better
leader.
leader.
Yeah. So whether you're serving in church, whether you're serving like I also take my secular job as service.
Yes.
So if I'm working for a company, right, I'm serving there, right? So I'm accountable to them because I know definitely one day I'll start my own business, I'll run my own company. And how do I run it better? I've learned the discipline by serving someone, I've been
Yes.
disciplined enough to know what I ought to do and do it well. And I've also learned leadership from them. So it helps me. But if you don't get to serve and learn all these things, like you make lots of
Mistakes.
mistakes that
Yes, yes.
you shouldn't be making. So that's my take.
So you're saying that service kind of give you a mentorship you're not seeing
Yeah,
because it pills you to learn from other people's mistakes, your master's mistakes,
yeah,
and then is a foundation to success. Just
yes,
like the richest man in Africa, Aliko Dangote, served his uncle Dan Tata
yeah,
to learn the trade before he moved into.
exactly.
So service. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Um, over the years as a teenager, I know you were once a teenager, sir. To meet your younger self, what will you tell your younger self?
How will I tell my younger self? Interesting
Yes.
question. So why this question is peculiar to me and the flaws I have as a younger person. But I do think there are lots of people like me out there that who are young, who shared the same flaws I shared as a young person.
Yes.
So when I look at myself as a child, I was a very shy person. Like I'll make mistakes, right? Let's say I try to do something and
Yes.
then I'll beat myself up for it.
Hmm.
So it took me getting to an adult to understand that when you're failing, you're learning, right? So like
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't need to sometimes I beat myself up to the point where I'm so wounded emotionally to try again. So let's say
Hmm.
I decided I tried something new, then I failed at it, and then I'll go back and be telling myself all manners of things that I'm not good enough, I'm stupid, I'm crazy, I'm not better like other people.
Seriously.
Yeah, and it's messes up my mental
Mental
health.
health.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And for some young people that are out there doing that thing, like it messes them up and they don't want to try again. They are scared of being what they call it,
To
being laughed
feel.
at,
Or yeah.
fear of failure, exactly. Whereas it's not actually failure until you stop, right? So
Now. Isn't now tired? Now give up.
now you give up, exactly. Now you give up. So like, so if I should go back and tell my younger self something, I'll tell my younger self it's okay to not get it right. Evident that you're trying something new is when you try it the first time, you're not getting it right, and you keep trying again. It means you're learning. Like if you just try something new and then you get it right, it's awkward because maybe it's been part of you. So to
Mm-hmm.
expand beyond your boundaries, you need to try new things. And trying new things, you should expect not to get them right
Right.
because
At
they are
first,
new.
yeah.
Exactly. So just to sum up what I'll tell my younger self, free up and try new things. Allow yourself to, in quotes, fail and
Mm-hmm.
try again. Don't enjoy yourself. Don't curse yourself. Don't tell yourself you're not good enough. Don't use negative languages on yourself just because you're trying to expand your boundaries.
Yes.
So that I think was one of my issues as a child and as a teenager, and I've known better. So if I try something now and I don't get it right,
You go again.
I go again. Like there's no crime. Like it's not the fact that you didn't get something the first time doesn't mean that you will not get it again.
Yes.
You're
Yes.
learning, you're evolving. So don't hit yourself so hard.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell my younger self, I'll say, hey Eric, see, I know you've tried it and you didn't get it right, but try again.
Go
Look at
again.
what you did
Yes.
and try again. And that way, I feel like I'll achieve way more than what
Yeah.
I'm doing now.
And in trying again, I think you learn the mistake you made.
Yes,
What caused you to fail?
exactly.
Like for example, the drink Seven Up. They say the owner tried 7 times before he got it right, so that's why he named it Seven Up.
7 up. He kept standing up seven
yeah,
times.
yeah. The righteous man will fall seven
Seven
times, and you
times.
were right.
Times again. That's true.
So you're not just failing. You fail and check your
Just
mistake and try again. And
try
then you
again.
say about negative words. Don't give yourself negative word because
Exactly.
those impute negative energy in you.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Thank you so much, Mr. Eric. And okay, our last question for today. What are the key principles you've practiced or that have aided your growth? That if I practice, I'll probably get to where you are or even higher.
Interesting question. Okay, for me, if I sincerely have to look back, um, mindset. Like
Hmm.
mindset plays a key role in our lives. And it's funny how nobody told us when we were in school. They are teaching us agriculture. They are teaching us all of these social studies.
Yes.
No one taught us about mindset.
Very
Like
true.
mindset is key. So for me, so far, I look back, I say it's the mindset. So like I said earlier about knowing that I can be better than
Yes.
this, I had this mindset that, oh, I could be one of those very badass developers that writing great codes. And also, aside from mindset, picking the right people around you.
Mm.
My group of friends has been key in helping me not to give up. Like
Yes.
even if I think I'm a tough person, but of course life hits everybody, and there are
Very,
times
very
when
hard.
life hits me. So I always tell my younger siblings this. I say, keep good company. It's better you don't have company than to have bad company.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
the terrible things you cannot do, if you make bad friends, they'll influence you to do them, and it
Very,
will
very.
become a new normal. So if you want to go far, keep good people around you
Yes.
and have the proper mindset. So I think those are very two key things that did help me, and I think it helps everyone that have had those mindsets. They are underrated.
Very,
Honestly,
very, very,
they are
very.
underrated, but they are key.
Mindset. Because the Bible says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so
So it
easy.
is, yes.
And your relationship can either make you or marry
No,
you.
a promotion of fools, the Bible says, will come to
Yeah.
you.
And the popular saying of Joshua 7 says that if you have five foolish people, you didn't count where there are
Yes,
six. And if you have five wise person, you didn't count where there are
yes, there are
six.
six
So
persons.
thank you so much, Mr. Eric, for your time and the moments with Michael. Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me,
Thank you.
Michael. It's a
It's a pleasure having you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.